Welcome back to the Boys and Ball podcast. If you like the pod, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's go.
What's up, boys?
Bopping, what's
Mr.
popping?
Bruce, we're coming in hot. Your
Yeah, right
team's
now.
fucking trash.
Yeah,
You came in with this ignorant attitude. We're going to the Super Bowl.
I
What
did not say
happened?
we're going to the Super Bowl. I said we're going to the NFC Championship game. And you know what? I fucking lied to you guys. And you know
Yeah,
what? I'm sorry,
yeah,
but not
not,
really.
yeah,
Our
you're a
season is
fucking
on the.
clown. You're a clown.
Huh?
Yeah, we
You're
had
a
to roast
clown.
JT. We had to roast JT, so now we're here.
Yeah.
Fair
Busting
enough.
your
No,
balls.
I get it. I 100% get it. But like, hear me out. I'll say what every other Giants fan is thinking right now. We weren't even supposed to be there, bro. The Vikings were supposed to dog us in the fucking
Yeah,
wild card.
that's fantastic. But you came in with this energy. Oh, the last time the Eagles swept us in the regular season, and then we
I
played them
will
in the playoffs.
always, bro.
We
I
beat them.
don't care.
Oh,
I will
we're gonna
always.
beat them. We're gonna beat them. Yeah, yeah. Sure, you did. Yeah, we were real close. The game was close the whole time. I promise you.
Bro, you know what, man? I don't care that happened. I don't care. It's old film. We're burying it. It's in the grave. Season is over. It's done. We're done with it.
And
I
boys,
get it.
I
The
want to
Eagles
point
were a
out.
good team. I don't care if they were 18-0, man. They beat us there. If you look at their roster and look at our roster, tell me which team's better.
I'm just gonna point this out.
There's a very
Mr.
big talent
Boosie,
gap. There's a big
Mr.
talent gap,
Boosie
man.
is hiding his physical features. You
What?
see him out here today. He's wearing his hat. You're trying not to look like people you look like.
I don't know what that
Stop.
means.
Stop hiding from your reality.
Shut up,
The
JT.
reality is you want to be in Home Alone. Embrace it.
I hate you.
All right, yeah. And on that note, let's hop right into it. Boys, we got some good matchups here.
Dan, I hate you. You're
We
change
got
my
some
name
good,
to Sticky Bandit, you piece of shit.
we got some good matchups right here. That's what you get for being a clown, Bruce.
Fair enough, I
Now
get it.
now on to look, I want to talk about the AFC first because there's some wild stuff going on right now.
Bro, how about Dan being right last week?
Listen,
Yeah.
the mayor of Cincinnati made a public thing that Joe Burrow had to get a paternity test to see if he was Patrick Mahomes' father.
That's hilarious.
Put a mayoral decree out.
That is
Okay.
wild.
Cincinnati's getting wild out here. You see Cincinnati players calling Arrowhead Burrowhead. First off, awful name. Doesn't work. Doesn't sound right. Let's cut that out right now. Even if it's true, let's cut it out. It's terrible.
I'm just saying, if it happens again, if they beat him again, like you might just have to live with it, JT.
No, it's
If
awful.
they beat it, but if they beat him again, you probably have to live with it.
No, it's
Yeah.
awful. It doesn't sound right. We're not about it.
Okay, then what are they going to call it? Right now, say something better.
Listen, if
No,
you
right
want to
now,
call
say
him,
something better.
if
Put you
you
on the
want to
spot.
call him Patrick Mahomes' father, that's fine. We can live with that. But Burrowhead, it's trash. Trash name.
How about something better right now?
I just don't have the power.
Well,
He's just not.
so
He's just not blessed with it.
They get to call it whatever they want.
Mm.
You're not a Natty fan. They can call it whatever they want.
But I'm gonna say, now that they're coming out here, Cincinnati's all confident, coming out with all this rah-rah. Teams come out with a different fire. Like, yeah, does Patrick Mahomes want to beat Joe Burrow? Yeah. But there's a different level of energy. There's a different level of fight when you start disrespecting everything about an organization. People start taking that personally.
Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes is probably going to be playing this game a little injured.
He's looking fine in the press conference today. Like he was running across the field. Like he's not limping or anything. Like he looked good. In these past he's got practice. He's putting full weight on it. Like landing on it flat. Like he looks good. It doesn't look like it's gonna be a problem.
Okay, well that's good.
So because of that, I'm riding with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Daniel, who you riding with, my guy?
I'm still riding with Mr. Joe Shiesty.
You gonna ride with Joe Burr?
Joe Cool,
I'll take Joe Burr.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll take Joe Burr.
All right. I'm not going to die on this hill because I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game for sure, yeah.
But I think
Me
I think
too.
Kansas City's got to get one at some point, and why not be now?
I guess so.
Yeah, you could be right.
I mean, it's just I think this is this game in the end is gonna come down to what team can run the ball better. It's playoff football. Both these teams have struggled to run the ball at different points during the season. So I think the defense they can come out and play the run best is going to give their team the edge.
Oh, absolutely. I really like that front four on on the Bengals on the Bengals side of the ball. Like, yeah, you do have like some pretty impressive people with Chris Jones and yep, yep. Frank Clark is always a demon when it comes to playoff time. No matter what he does in regular season playoff, Frank Clark is built different. But I like this Bengals front four, front seven better than I do the Chiefs, and I think that's gonna be like you talked about that run game. I think that's gonna give them the edge.
Okay. All right. Bruce, what do you think's the deciding factor in this game?
Turnovers.
Hmm.
I think whoever's defense is going to be able to make a play is probably going to win them the game.
I say, the thing is, I don't think either of these teams are really been turning over the ball this year.
That's
I mean, this
that's what
game,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like because of that, like whoever makes the mistake, like that's probably going to cost them the game because of how good these teams are good at taking care of the ball, how good they are on offense.
Now, some factors we should bring up. Jonah Williams is out for the game.
Yes,
Alex Kappa is out for the game. So
yes.
they're missing a guard and a tackle for this game.
Oh, they were missing them last week against
And
Buffalo.
yeah, well, they were only missing both their tackles last game because Lael Collins is on IR.
Mm.
So now they're missing both their tackles and a guard for this game.
Yeah, I remember. But they ran very well behind their backups last week, and
But
you know,
but the
They did.
Bills don't have like that elite pass rusher, that elite disruptor. When Von Miller went down, that was one thing we talked about last week. That someone from Buffalo was going to have to step up and fill that role for that game. It didn't happen. Bengals won, but you got Chris Jones you're going up against. Do you think they're not going to match up Chris Jones against one of they rush him from the outside sometimes. You talked about Frank Clark, being a demon in the playoffs. So they're going to search for those matchups, target that backup guard, target those tackles, and they're going to get after Joe Burr.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. But like the Bengals very good in those quick little screens, those little you know, those little what are they called? Like table routes. Like their running backs get out wide, and if they're not blocking, they're ready to catch a check down from Joe Burrow. And we saw that against Buffalo, and I think that's probably gonna be part of their game plan again this week, especially without having like you talk about having linemen hurt. You're gonna look for a lot of screens, a lot of dives with the middle with Joe Mixon, and then I think they're gonna do a lot to set up some quick crossers over the middle. And I think once again you're gonna see Jamar Chase be a little quiet, like he was against the Bills. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of short game, is my guess.
Yeah, and then jump into the other side for the injuries. Miko Hardman is questionable for the game, which is not a massive loss for the Chiefs, but that speed is a weapon, even if it's just as a distraction or to get other guys you know looks. And then the big one is Travis Kelsey is listed as questionable for the game with a back injury. Now he was a full participant in practice today, though.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't play, that's it for the
Yeah,
Chiefs. Like he really is. He really is the X factor. I mean, just as much as Patrick Mahomes is, Travis Kelsey really is. If they're both out there together, like those two do incredible things. And like you see it on plays where Travis Kelsey isn't on the field, they seem to struggle to move the football because like they were talking about that in the Chiefs game last week. He just sees Travis Kelsey turn his shoulders, and next you know that ball's getting ripped in there. They have such a great connection. So
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, in the end, I think it's going to be a good game. I'm riding with Chiefs. I think the offensive line injuries at some point catch up for the Bengals. This is the game. Patrick Mahomes is getting back to the Super Bowl to exact his revenge for the last time he was there.
All right.
And then
NFC.
the other matchup, the NFC. Some would say this is a better game.
I would.
We have 49ers and the Eagles. I like this game. I think this is gonna be a fun one to watch. You got two teams that run the football well and two teams that have good defense. These are two playoff built teams. And some of the, you could argue, best well-rounded teams, the two best well-rounded teams in the NFL.
Probably, yes. But like going into this matchup, all things considered, I can't like neglect Brock Purdy anymore, I guess. I guess I gotta ride with him.
Okay. Why are you riding with the Niners?
I think Christian McCaffrey is just such a dynamic back, and he kind of gives their offense another wrinkle in it that I'm not sure the Philadelphia Eagles can quite defend with players like Hassan Reddick being a really good pass rusher, but like sometimes he might have to drop into the flat. I don't know if he's capable of keeping up with their back, Christian McCaffrey, and being able to make those plays and things like that. Also, the players that they have that are able to stretch the field, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, this guy has weapons. Brock Purdy seems like he's made pretty good football decisions up to this point now. The 49ers offense seems to be very easy for him to pick up, and it looks like he's maybe going to be able to make that push and see if he can lead the team to the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm also riding with the Niners, but I'm riding with the Niners because I think, one, Brock Purdy hasn't lost a game. He is the only quarterback in the NFL so far this season that has not lost a game. He's made, like Bruce said, he's making good football decisions. He doesn't really turn the ball over. And I think this is going to come down to playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. And that's where the 49ers are loaded. You got the best defensive player this year in Nick Bosa, who's playing out of his mind. And you got the best linebacker in the NFL in Fred Warner.
Who won Defensive Player of the Year? They announced that yet?
No. They'll announce that like the week of the Super Bowl or something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to go against you boys. I'm taking the Eagles in this matchup.
What a dick!
Hey, someone's gonna come out with something different.
You're only doing it because the Eagles are your 11th favorite team, you piece of shit.
12th. Okay, calm down. 12th. And that's why they're going to win. 12 equals Tom Brady.
Yeah, but Bruce, you have to remember, they moved up to 9 after the Cowboys lost. Because Dan doesn't bandwagon teams that lose.
Yeah.
And so after they lost, they dropped down in the rankings.
Okay.
So they went up to 9 for Nick Foles instead.
Yeah. So once again, Demon, Eagles winning the Super Bowl because obviously Nick Foles, number 9, dirt nasty. No, but okay. But on a more serious note, I really like the way this Eagles team is playing. They're riding that high of winning the NFC this year. You got great leaders on that team like Jason Kelsey, who's gonna help keep that team together. This is probably one of the best O lines that the front four has faced, that the 49ers front four has faced, and I definitely think they're going to give them trouble, from getting to Jalen Hurts, and if they do get past the line, Jalen Hurts is great in the scramble, and I really like their run game. I think this is the Eagles' game to lose. They got great playmakers with AJ Brown and Devonta Smith. Dallas Goedert is like a sure hand. He's always making big plays when they need it. I like the, you talk about the defense being so great in the 49ers. This is probably one of the best Eagles defense we've seen in a long time. They got a lot of great additions this year. Hassan Reddick played crazy. Darius Slay, James Bradbury, those who would have thought that those guys would have turned their careers around this much?
Are you forgetting about Robert Quinn?
CJ Gardner, they got Robert Quinn. This is a great Eagles defense. And to take it away and say that the 49ers defense is that much better, I think it's a little crazy. Like if the 49ers are 1, the Eagles has to be 2 in the NFC. Like it's not far apart.
It's not far apart, but I'm giving the edge to the superstars. The superstars that have been
Do you know who I
there and
think is
shown
going to
up.
win this game for the 49ers? Fred Warner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Fred Warner is going to be the difference maker in this game. He's going to win the game for the 49ers.
I think it's Nicholas Bosa, the
I
small
think
bear.
okay. As much as we're high on Brock Purdy, I think one of the things you do have to think about is his inexperience at the NFL level. I think you saw he struggled a little bit last week when they played against the Cowboys. He played a pretty good game, but it wasn't as good of a game that we've seen from Brock Purdy this season. And I think that it's just gonna be just like playing against the Eagles. They're a really good defensive team. They really didn't have to play against a lot of super strong defensive teams to finish out the season. And I think that this will be a really good chance to see how far Brock Purdy can go in this league and to see what he does during this game.
I think the other thing you have to think about is how many Ohio State players play for the Eagles?
Yeah.
And the answer is not enough.
Not enough?
Because I believe the answer is 0.
Yeah.
In the end, it's going to be the Boyz.
Yeah, the Boyz. You can continue, or
dramatic pause.
Did he died? He's gone forever. Aaron Hernandez.
I'm back. Back like never.
JT.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to let you know something. Did you know that the Eagles and the 49ers have the same number of Ohio State players on their team?
Oh, do they? Who's there for the who's there on the Eagles?
Trey Sermon.
Doesn't play.
But
was a 49er.
But it's an Ohio State boy. And he died again.
What do you think of the UK?
Bruce, you're good. He's dead.
Okay.
JT, what's going on here in that tonight?
Jay, that's popcorn?
Yeah.
Are you okay, buddy?
What's that kid doing back there?
Well, you were frozen for like the past 3 minutes.
Wrong.
Not wrong.
Not wrong.
Wrong. I was talking to you guys.
Yeah, dude, but you dead ass. You said in the end it's gonna be the Boyz, and then you just froze, and you just froze for like 3 minutes.
It was not 3 minutes, okay? Because the reality is Trey Sermon.
It dies again.
Dan, keep all this in.
Oh yeah, we're exposing you how awful JT's setup is right now. So look at that. He's talking and his camera hasn't started moving yet. He's got that McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Hey,
this is fucking bullshit. This is horseshit. I'm getting fucking slandered out here. All right, Dan, fuck you.
I'm not the one with McDonald's Wi-Fi.
I will not take this slander, okay?
Yeah,
Dan, if we want to bring this up, you're supposed to have been tallying and putting into the videos our picks every week. Where's that been half the season? You want to call people out? I was call everything out.
All right, so this is what I gotta say about that. This has been a Boyz and Ball podcast. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. I don't know what you think's going on here. No, Dan, we're not getting away from this. You're not cutting this out. Absolutely not. Where's Dan? What's going on, Dan?
Dan, now cut all this bullshit out.
Now we cut it out.
Remember, selective editing. I got him again. Brought it up.
All right, boys.
Mr. Boosie says the Pro Bowl week, so we're waiting for the Pro Bowl week.
Hell yeah, Pro Bowl week, man.
That was decided 1 week ago after you hadn't tallied it for 9 weeks.
Yeah, your point is, Jake, I think you know what time it is? I think it's time for you to do the outro.
You know what, Dan? You know what I think what time it is?
What?
I think it's time for Mr. Boosie's team to give their quarterback $40 million a year. And I think it's time for the New England Patriots to accept the fact that Tom Brady's not coming back and to sign the mediocre version of him. It's time to give Mac Jones a bag. And this has been the Boyz and Ball podcast. If you like the podcast, hit the like button, subscribe.